Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me for this little live video. And today we're going to be talking about a simple principle of biomechanics, so how our bodies work, that we can use to help us to release and relax muscles when they're feeling tight. And a quick hint, it's not stretching. So if you're interested in that, please hang on for a moment. Before I go to that though, please do let me know you're out there and watching by giving me a little bit of thumbs up or a little heart, double tap if you are on Instagram. And also same if you're watching this on catch up, please do put a comment below to let me know you've watched, or if you've got any questions, do drop them in the comments as well. I'm also going to be sharing with you at the end something new that I've created for you, and it's absolutely free and you don't want to miss it. So stay until the end and I will let you know all about that. So today we're talking about just a really simple principle of biomechanics, how our bodies work, which we can apply to help us to release tight muscles. Now it's called in the fitness world or the anatomy world the law of reciprocal inhibition, which is a very long way of describing it, but actually it's a really simple idea to get your head around once you understand it. So if you think about your muscles, for example, we're going to talk about our biceps and triceps. So they're opposing muscle groups. They work opposite to each other. So when your biceps contracts, the triceps, have to release in order to allow the biceps to contract, basically. So they're releasing, they're relaxing. Same when you go the other way around. When you extend the arm, you have to contract the triceps. They're going to contract. The biceps have to release in order to allow that to happen. So how do we put this into our everyday life? So if you think about, well, I'll tell you about, sometimes my clients might come to me with tight hip flexors, for example. And one of the things that I might give them to do is hip bridges or glute bridges, because we're using the opposing muscle group. So the glutes and the hamstrings are opposite muscles to the hip flexors. And by contracting them strongly, we're forcing the hip flexors to release. We're just using those muscles and they have to release in order to allow that movement to happen. And on top of it, you get some strengthening for your glutes, which is never a bad thing. Another example I can give you is within your dance practice. So for example, lots of people might come to me and they have low back issues. They've got a sore low back, tender low back, something like that. And it's got lots of different exercises and ways we can release the low back. But one I like to think about within dance is really focusing on the front of the body when you're doing your hip work. So think about your hip work in dance. You are often moving your hips up and down, sometimes very fast if you're shimmying, or sometimes you're doing like really strong, sharp contractions if you're trying to make the moves really sharp. Now the muscles in our low back are one of the many muscles that are involved in this work, but they do tend to take a lot of the load sometimes, particularly if we're not in a good posture. So by focusing on the muscles in the front of the body to do this work, then that helps to just release and relax the muscles in the low back a little bit. Now, I don't believe in isolating one muscle at all for any of your dance or for any movement, really. I don't believe we can just isolate one muscle, but I really believe that actually putting the focus in the muscles in the front of the body, that just helps to allow the muscles in the back of the body just to release a little bit, and can help if you're experiencing any low back discomfort when you're doing your hip work. So these are just a couple of little suggestions for you. I hope you found them interesting. If you've got any more questions on this, please do pop a comment in the box below. I would love to chat about this some more with you. And I have to let you know that I've got a brand new mini course that I am putting out this week. It's absolutely free and it's called Happy Hips, and just a 5-day course which incorporates some muscle energy techniques, but also there's a really good example of this law of reciprocal inhibition included in it, and it's a little bit different to the ones I've mentioned already today, so do go check that out. And it includes a little shimmy practice for you as well if you are interested in getting your shimmies a little bit looser, a little bit more juicy as well. So the Link to that is in the comments if you jump on there, or if you're watching on Instagram, it's in my bio. Obviously, where else is it going to be? Link in bio. So jump on there, and it's totally free. Just a really short little course to give you a little bit of a taster of some really nice hip release, some strengthening, some further release for the pelvic muscles, and then just a little bit of shimmy practice for you. So I hope you enjoy that. Anyway, I haven't seen any questions pop up. I've got some people watching on Instagram. I think I've seen Philippa and Inga. Hi, my lovelies. And Ellen and Yokoreo. And I'm not quite sure who's watching on Facebook. There's a couple of people on there, but I didn't see your names pop up. So thank you for watching. And I haven't seen any questions, so I'm going to leave it for today. But if you do think of a question, or if you're watching on catch up, please do pop it in the comments. And oh, I've got a little heart from Inga. Hi, Inga. Sorry, silly face. Please do put your questions in the comments and tag me so that I be sure to see them and come back to you. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Big love.